Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all doing amazingly well today. In today's video, I am going to be doing a eyeshadow tutorial on the look that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. And if the video does not end up being too long, per usual, I will go ahead and include a speed through kind of voiceover of the rest of my makeup. If you don't see that included in the video, that means that the video was way too long and I talked way too much. So what I will do is put all of the details of my makeup in the description box below, like what lipstick I'm wearing, lashes, and all of that stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's get this video started. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this eyeshadow look. I don't know exactly what look I'm gonna do, but I kind of want to try to do another halo eyeshadow look since the last one was a little bit of a mess. So I think that's what I'm going to strive for, and I definitely want to use the greens and the purples from this palette because when I first opened the palette, that's the colors that called my name. So I'm definitely going to try to use those colors, but I don't know exactly how, so wish me luck. So first I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes, and today I'm going to try to use a new concealer. This is Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics. So first I'm going to go in with this one right here. So I'm going to take that orange and I'm just going to place it right into the transition area. I forgot to tell you guys, the brush that I'm using is the JH36 from Morphe, and this is their collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. And because this is going to be a halo eyeshadow look, we're going to be taking the eyeshadows to the outer corner and the inner corner, and we want to make sure that everything that we do in the outer corner matches the inner corner. For the second color, I'm going to come in with this guy right here. And to apply that color, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the JH31 brush. It looks like this. And I'm really concentrating this right in the crease, but I also want it to be part of my transition, so I'm just going to try to blend it up as I apply this color. And to be honest, I'm not getting too much pigment from these eyeshadows, and I'm not quite sure why, because normally Morphe eyeshadows do give off a very nice pigment, but I'm not sure. I feel like these are not as pigmented. So I'm gonna just keep trying to build these colors up. With this brush, the JH33, I'm gonna go back into that same color, and I'm just gonna try to pack a little bit of this color just to see if I can get a little bit more pigment out of it. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit better. I'm switching back to the original brush, and I'm just gonna blend out the edges. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this color, and I'm gonna grab the first brush, which was the JH31, and I'm just going to go over the transition area a little bit because I feel like that first color didn't give too much pigment. So I'm just going to take that brush and I'm just going to lightly run over what we just did just to get a little bit more pigment. So I'm kind of packing it, but I'm also blending it at the same time. Okay, I like that much better. That gave us a lot more pigment than that first orange color. So I'm going to go back into that color. I'm just going to pack a little bit more of that color. Basically, we're just going to go over the first transition color just to make that a little bit more orange and a little bit more pigmented. Okay, so for our next color, I'm going to go ahead and use this guy right here. And I'm going to go back to the JH33. And for this color, I'm going to go ahead and concentrate it right in the outer corner and the inner corner. So I'm going to try to pack the color instead of swiping it, but I'm still not getting much pigment. Okay, so I don't know what's happening. All right, I'm gonna try to switch to JH37, which is a smaller blending brush, but I'll be able to pack more color with this. So let's see. Are you guys seeing anything get darker? Because I am not. I don't know what's happening. Okay, there we go. So this now is giving me a more pigment, and I'm gonna keep this brush and I'm just gonna blend the edges with the same brush. Kind of want to go a little bit darker. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but I'm gonna try to go in with this color right here, and I'm gonna use the same JH37. Between the brushes that I'm using. So I'm going back to that first brush. This is the JH31, and I'm just gonna blend the edges. Okay, so this is what we have, and we definitely have a lot of pigment now. So we're just gonna keep it moving. So I'm going to go ahead and take the NYX white base, and I'm just going to take a small concealer brush. This one is from Crown, but any concealer brush or any flat brush will do. So it is looking a little bit rough right now, but normally what I like to do is create kind of like a rough draft, and I'm gonna go ahead and come in with a little Q-tip, and I'm just gonna take all of that off and create the shape a little bit better and a little bit cleaner. So now that we've cleaned this off, we can go ahead and come in with the NYX white base, and that's going to give us a clean background for the shadows that we're going to be putting down. So as soon as you have that down, you're going to go ahead and set it with a powder. You can even do a clear setting powder or just a white eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and grab this color again. So I'm going to use the JH41, which is just a flat brush. And I'm just applying that color right at the outer corners. And because this is a halo eyeshadow look, we are also going to be applying this to the inner corner. And just like I mentioned a bit earlier, we always want to make sure when doing a halo eyeshadow look that the outer corner matches the inner corner. What I'm going to do now is grab this green shimmer right here, and I want to put that right in the center. So I'm now going to turn my brush around, and I'm going to go ahead and dip into this one right here, which is more of like a yellow color. And I'm going to try to tap that one right on the center. And I'm going to go ahead and dip back into that purple color, and I'm using a small pencil brush. This one is JH40, and I'm just going to make sure that I blend the outer corners into the green. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this glitter. This one is from Too Faced. This is in the color Lucky Bitch. So I'm just going to apply that to the center. In with the Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm just gonna put some mascara to my lashes. So for the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna come in with this purple color right here, and I'm just applying it right to the center. And I don't have my foundation on or anything yet, so it's gonna be a little bit not as pigmented. And I'm just applying this color right to the center. And then I'm going to take the dark purple, which is this guy right here, and I'm going to apply that to the outer and the inner corner. So for lashes, I'm going to be using the same ones that I used in my last video, which were the Tati lashes, I believe TL6. I put them in my little Morphe little container here, but they are right here. So let me go ahead and apply this lash really quickly. And now I'm going to come in with that yellow shimmer, and I am going to apply it right to the actual inner corner. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take this pencil from Marc Jacobs. This is in the shade, let's see, this is in the shade Whirlpool. Just going to go ahead and apply a little bit more of mascara to the lower lash line. Alright, you guys, so this is what the eyeshadow looks like. I am going to go ahead and finish the other eye off camera. I'm going to finish my makeup off camera, and I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so I just zoomed you out, and before I talk about the palette, I'm actually going to go ahead and show you the swatches. I didn't swatch them live on camera for you guys because usually when I do that, it does take me a really long time, and I don't want the video to end up being 30 minutes long like usually, so I'm really trying to cut down my videos in length. But yeah, I hope that you guys don't mind. So what I ended up doing was basically just swatching all of them on my arm and then just showing you what the colors look like. But with that being said, let me show you the swatches right now, and then I'll be back to kind of talk about the swatches, how they felt, and all of that. And then I will also talk a little bit about the palette, and yeah, and that'll be it for the video. So I'll be right back, and here are the swatches. All right, I am back one more time. Now that you guys have seen the tutorial, you've seen the swatches, I'm just gonna kind of give you my thoughts on the palette. As you guys saw from the tutorial, this is what the inside of it looks like, and the colors are beautiful. When I opened the palette, the greens, the purples really were just like calling my name. They are beautiful. They don't have the shade names on the palette, but it does come with an insert that has all of the shade names. I never keep these. They usually end up falling out as I'm doing my makeup and they get lost, and then I just get annoyed because they keep falling out and I end up just tossing them. So yeah, it doesn't have the shade names on there, but they look like every other Morphe palette. And they did not send me the pricing, and again, these are not going to be released until Tuesday, I believe, which is, so it's Sunday now, so yeah, 2 days from now. So I don't know exactly what the pricing is, but most of their palettes that look like this on the website are $23, so I'm gonna assume that this is gonna be about $23. So yeah, overall I did like the palette. I like the colors that are in here. I do feel like, I don't know how these makeup companies keep coming out with palettes, because I feel like there's so many of the same colors everywhere, but I do like the way that the palette is put together. I like how it has all of these greens, the lime greens, the yellows, the shimmer greens, the oranges, the more like reddish tones, the purples. So for fall, this is a perfect palette. The one thing that I will say, when I was swatching them, some of them did feel a bit powdery, but as you guys can see, the eyeshadow look still came out beautiful. I mean, at least I think so. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I think that they look pretty good. I did have a hard time getting pigment on the first eye that I showed you guys the tutorial with. When I did my second eye, I didn't have that issue and the pigment was perfect. So I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if it's the same issue that the Vault palettes are having, where Jacqueline was saying to maybe like scrape off the first layer and then there should be no issue, you know, with pigmentation. I don't know if maybe they were pressed too hard. I really don't know, because I had swatched all of these shades already before doing this eyeshadow look. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened, but I did find that I was having a little bit of a hard time getting pigmentation on the first eye. And then when I went to do my second eye, it was just a lot easier and I had pigment right away. So I don't know exactly what happened, but overall, I'm happy with the shimmers. As you guys can see, they're extremely pigmented, beautiful. I didn't have a hard time getting pigment out of them, and I don't use my shimmer shadows wet. at all because I have a lot of texture on my eyelids. So if I was to spray the brush, then I would get a lot of creases on my lid, and I don't like that look. So I did use all of the shimmers on a dry brush, and I was really happy with the way that they performed. I am happy with the way that the mattes eventually turned out. I felt like they blended out really nicely, and they're not patchy or anything like that. So, and I did try both techniques. I did packing for some of the shadows, and I also did swiping motion for some of my blending. So they both turned out really well. Both techniques did really well. I didn't really have an issue. As you guys saw from the tutorial, I did only use, you know, the purples, some oranges, and some of the shimmer. So I didn't get to use every single shade, obviously, but the ones that I did use, I am overall happy with the way that they performed. So yeah, I mean, that's really all that I have to say, you guys. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't have any other information about the palette other than the fact that it's coming out on Tuesday. And I do have the other palette that's coming out. I do also have the other palette that's coming out. I'll show it to you, which is this guy right here, which it's beautiful. Also, it has a lot of blues in it. This is the 35V palette, and I will do a video with this one tomorrow. So I'm not going to talk about that one today. So yeah, I will be filming with the other palette tomorrow, which is a 35V, and I believe that one is coming out on September 28th. If you guys have any suggestions for that video, if you want to see a certain color look, definitely let me know down below, because I'm going to be filming that one after this video. So I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on what shadows you would like me to use. But yeah, if I forgot anything, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below as well. Don't forget to follow us all over social media. It is all at GlitterBeauties, the same way that it's spelled here. And don't forget to subscribe. You can give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is that your heart desires, but it really does help us a ton when you guys do that, and we really appreciate it so much. But anyway, I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye.